There have been many great Hot Wheels games throughout the years, from Flash games to console, and the best games are the ones that had the best mechanics or pushed boundaries, like in Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver, Hot Wheels Beat That, Velocity X, and Stunt Track Challenge, my favorite. Those are the few that are at the top tier of that Hot Wheels arcade list. The one that still teeters for me is Hot Wheels Unleashed and its subsequent sequels. The problem is that the series is great at fan service but lacks at staying power. It's just not fun to play for long periods of time. So, is this new one doomed to fail like Unleashed 2, or does it have some semblance of hope? Let's go through the new look, the gameplay, customization options, and the fan service to find out what the answer is. Let's talk about that new look, and I guess new name? Hot Wheels Infinite Rush is actually more similar to the Hot Wheels Infinite Loop series in its design category, making the cars feel more real life by striking the balance of the less race style, real scale but still toy-like, meaning it fits into that secret realm imagination land. Ha! Bet you didn't see that one coming up again. Sorry. But don't let this new look fool you all. This is still Milestone, a developer that is known to drop a game and add no support. They don't do live service like Forza. Despite the look of the game, before you buy, know that this game is what it is. And if it's good and replayable, it'll live. And if not, it'll die because the support will be dropped instantly. The DLC, as you know, is already pre-made. We've known this since the beginning. There will be no active feedback listening. The only listen to plan to make you pay for the next $100 game. Part of the problem with this is that genuinely, this could be an MMO-like experience by making the DLC expansive, just like Destiny had done in the past, with their expansions costing around $60. But then, at least your progress goes into the next game. After all, every Hot Wheels original car will be ported to the new game easy peasy. I only see the licensed vehicles having any issues at all. But I'll do more on that later when I talk about the Easter eggs and new Acceleracers and Velocity X cars. So just keep all this in mind. Milestone will not be listening to active feedback to improve this game. You are buying everything up front and probably will keep nothing after it's all over. It'll be another grind fest. Progression in these games has been pretty boring overall, but let's see, because they've got new gameplay. If it's better, maybe they can actually improve. So let's talk about that gameplay. Already, the trailer music is hot garbage. Don't expect a good soundtrack, nor a streamer-friendly soundtrack for that matter. With that said, can the gameplay be improved from Unleashed 2? I really hope so. The weightlessness of the cars and overall disgusting feel of most of them, 100 plus, is why I just played with reverb most of the time. It's ridiculous how annoyingly bad the car feel was in previous games. Now there are going to be 4 different types of cars this time around, and it's a little bit different. Drifter, Speeder, Versatile, and Titan. And each correspond to different game challenges in the open world. Okay, we're getting a little bit better. Daredevils are most likely Speeder. Tourist is going to be the Versatile class. Drift challenges are for drifters. And Titans get Stuntman challenges. What I really like is the ability to switch really quickly between 4 cars so that your team is always ready to go when you find a new challenge marker. That is a good thing. As for the new landscape, yes, this is a huge improvement. Many are saying it is a mix of Burnout Paradise with Forza Horizon, and with the idea of multiple islands to travel through and around, I just hope that it doesn't feel like a chore to explore. Midnight Club 3, for example, is my favorite open world driving game. If they can nail that feeling of exploration and fun, I think that is a solid gameplay loop to hit. I also want to applaud them for finally adding water. My goodness, the fact that there was no water to speak of in previous games is wild to me. Now, unfortunately, from reading the article, there will be no traveling around with friends in this open world, a missed opportunity in my opinion. Their words, in addition to the single-player campaign, you will be able to test your skills with multiplayer features with both full crossplay, and split screen up to 4 players. Multiplayer, oof. 6 modes. I'm not really sure that's a good idea. More modes just means more waiting rooms, and more waiting rooms means less players in the main modes. I would honestly cut online support right now for Smashing Wheels, Waypoints, and Driftmaster. Make them split screen or private party only. That way you get most players going into the 2 best game modes for online searching, because Unleashed 2 servers were dead on arrival. It was a yikes to say the least. Getting into any game was just hot garbage. I mean, you can go back to my streams and look at it. Also, don't buy this game on Nintendo Switch 2. That's just a scam if you want to play with other people. If you're just playing on your thing, yeah, that's fine. But if you're trying to play online, that's a scam. All right, let me get a quick ad break. Up to 40% off if you go to my website. You want t-shirts like this, JayCeeLegoman10302.redbubble.com to buy the merch that I actually designed. It's the same stuff I've had up for years, and the only legit place really to buy is from my Redbubble store page. Whether you like t-shirt I'm wearing now or any other piece that I've curated, check it out, support the channel, and get something awesome to represent your Acceleracers fandom. The comics, by the way, are still being sold in person at CCS Houston's World of Hot Wheels days, so if you want to buy, you'll have to find me in person at the moment. Alright, where was I? Let's talk about customization, because we're talking about multiplayer and more. The track builder doesn't appear to allow you to build terrain or anything of that matter, which again is another missed opportunity, but instead you do work with the 4 islands that you can connect directly with, like assets on a city, sand dunes, jungle, and maybe some volcano mountains. Not totally sure on everything yet, they haven't released that. So track builders, not sure if y'all like it or don't. But lastly, you get to also add a virtual opponent checkpoint. So I guess if you wanted to maneuver 7 somebody on your track, you now can. And great news, like really great news in this, you can now customize the wheels. That is probably the biggest plus in this game right now. The fact that it took this long, again, with STC doing it in 2004, is insane. Yeah, we're putting $5 on everything, baby. So the livery editor will actually be amazing this go around for all the World Race and Acceleracers needs. So huge W. Again, Nintendo Switch is a scam in this regard because you don't get crossplay or platform sharing. Major L. I say it's a scam because you pay the same amount. Alright, now finally the references and all the Easter eggs and fan service. Let's go over the coolest things in my opinion. Feel free to leave your own in the comments below if you spot anything that I missed that you liked. I mean, first up has got to be the Swamp Beast track set. I'm hoping even more like Acceleracers, but this is a great start. Having the Swamp Beast is actually pretty fun, just in general. It's kind of funny that Swamp Beast has now been in 2 games technically. Secondly is the Backbone Slide, and as a Stunt Track Challenge fan, this one was awesome to see. Enter the loop with the backbone, yeah, don't look down. Now for the cars. We, again, like I said, 100% pretty much confirmed all the previous Acceleracers World Race cars are coming back for the 3rd game. The fact that the Diora 2 is here with the same model that it has had since Unleashed 1 is proof of that. They didn't bother changing it to the proper diecast, and they never will, as it would waste resources. You can find the full list of Acceleracers vehicles from the previous games on the channel right here too, just in case you needed a refresh. But hey, let's talk about some new cars now. High Voltage is making their appearance, woohoo, for the Nolo fans. Side Draft is here with the Street Breed livery. This ain't no short race today. Grease Lightning for all the Hot Wheels video game fans. Honestly, shocked that this one made it in, but hey. Powerbomb, one of my first Acceleracers ever, has arrived. Drift Tech, another one of my favorite Acceleracers, and one of my first, in fact. It also makes me wonder if we get Hyperpod track set pieces or not. Something to really consider if Milestone hasn't already. Well, Power Pipes, and the Wave Rippers one at that is here. This has always been a favorite casting of mine, and I believe is still produced today, but very scarcely. I think the last one I had was a Hot Ones, or a Target exclusive of some kind. Super Tuned is perhaps one of the most peak trucks in the Hot Wheels lineup of all time. If you're a Stunt Track Challenge fan, Velocity X fan, heck, World Race fan of the video game, Super Tuned has got you covered. Motocross, I actually really didn't expect to see this one in here, but it's awesome to see. I still have my child one even. And lastly for my list, Hyperliner is here, which has always been a fun casting. I mean, I used to pop the thing off and on. Velocity X fans can be pretty happy with that one, I think. So let's summarize. The game has a new name with the same old price tag of $100. Thumb down. A promising campaign though, thumbs up. The same old multiplayer, thumbs down. Fantastic customization, thumbs up. And plenty of fan references and service, thumbs up. So out of that, I've got about 3 thumbs up out of 5, so take of that what you will. This game has the capability of blowing me away, but the question is, will it? Even with the possibility of 10% off for owning the other 2 games according to the PlayStation listing, I have to wonder, is this really worth the $90 experience? Or because this game loses support so quickly, would it be easier to wait and get it far cheaper like Milestone always does anyway and sells it for 50% off later? For me, I will be getting it week 1 and streaming it. I think this channel's existence is the perfect place for the community around it to see if they like it on release. Ultimately, I do think it has promise. It's just, Milestone needs to keep up the support, and maybe, just maybe, this game can succeed to be an actual, memorable game. Plus a soundtrack that is actually good. God bless. Let me know your thoughts in the comments though. Be here, be squared for more Hot Wheels culture content. I'm JayCee Squared, signing out.